Okay, so one of the things you're going to have to do is do edited Schoology docs. I want to give you a quick tutorial on how to do that. So if I'm in my Schoology account and I'm logged in as a test student, basically, if I go to the class that I want to do this for, and I click on the assignment, in active physics, we haven't done this yet. In AP physics, we might have done a little of it. And in astronomy, we do it all the time. So you guys. But for all my other students that haven't done it yet, you click here. That'll bring up the assignment, and you'll have a little button over here that'll say My Document. Gives you some information about it. So it says type in your answer, submit. You'll click My Document. When you click My Document, a copy was just made. A copy that's going to be shared between you and me, and you can edit it up until the point where you click Submit. So you'll see here at the top right corner, it says Submit. And when you're done, ready to turn it in, that's like turning it into the homework bin. Once the Google Doc comes up, like I said, a copy's been made. So now that means that you should be able to go to your Google Drive and search for this name. So if you ever want to edit it outside of Schoology, which I recommend, it gives you a lot more functionality. You can add photos without any problems. You might be doing some of those things where you insert or attach a photo into your Google Doc. So here are the notes and stuff that we'll get on our first unit for electrostatics over on Monday morning. And if you ever had to fill something in, at this point, you could then type in your answer. And you can type it in as normal. You can certainly change the color if you want to type in red font. There's my answer. And that makes it a little bit easier to tell what you've typed in, but I can always find that out later. And you'll go through and answer these questions. If you get to something like, in one of these questions, it's going to say, draw a diagram. So right here, it says, draw a diagram of your situation there. So that in that case, you'd go to Insert and Drawing. And this is where you have to kind of play around it and see. It might not work through Schoology. It might. But if you're getting errors in terms of either drawing or inserting an image, this is where you leave Schoology, open a new tab, go to your Google Drive, and find that assignment. The easiest way to find it is to just do a search in your Drive for your name, because as you see up in the top corner, the document, when it's copied, starts with your name. So if you search for that, you should be able to find it. So if I'm going to do a drawing, I can do it in a couple different ways. I can just scribble, and I can just start scribbling my drawing. Maybe I want to make a couple atoms here, and one of them has a positive charge, one of them has a negative charge. You're not going to get necessarily checked on how neatly you draw these things. You don't need to have a stylus or a touch screen or anything like that. Just do the best you can with the drawing, and there it is inserted. So now I've got a drawing of a positively charged object and a negatively charged object, and they're kind of attracted together. It doesn't have to be a perfect thing, but it can be, it's workable, okay? So then, like I said, once you think you've got the whole thing submitted or finished, what you'll do is you'll go up to the Submit Assignment button, and you'll click that. And it'll say, sure, you sure you want to submit this? If you submit it, you won't be able to edit it anymore. You can make suggestions, like a Google Doc suggestion. You can't make any changes to it. So I'll click Yes, Submit. At this point, me as a teacher, I get an alert that says, hey, so-and-so just submitted their assignment. You might want to go and check. I'll check it. I might add some suggestions right in the Google Doc, so the comments in there. I'll put a grade on it out of whatever point it's worth. I'll put those in the grade book, and then I'll unsubmit it, which will give you the opportunity to make corrections. So as soon as I submit it, it's back to being fully editable by you and anyone else. So if I go to Done now, I can, and it looks like you can unsubmit too. Maybe you see something that you want to change. If it hasn't been graded yet, you can go ahead and unsubmit it, it looks like. Okay. So that's just a quick tutorial on some of the things. And you might not just see a Google Doc. I might do this with a Google Slide, but it's the same format. You'll click My Document. It'll make that copy automatically, and then you'll be able to edit away, insert whatever you want, and then go ahead and submit it, and then I correct. So that's going to be one of the ways that we're going to be doing some of the assignments throughout this month, at least, while we're doing our distance learning. Hopefully you don't have any problems with it, but I can imagine that Schoology is going to be a little bit slower, whether it's your internet at home or just the fact that there's going to be a lot more Schoology use across the nation. That might log jam things just a little bit, but we'll do the best we can. Again, if you have questions, feel free to Schoology message me, email me, anything like that works. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible.